get left behind. So we need to work together to figure out how can we get there. And I know, and we've discussed this at our meetings, that not everybody's gonna get everything they want. They understand that. It's just about working together and getting to some middle ground. Somewhere where we can all be comfortable with that measure so that it can go on the ballot and everyone support it. And I'm sure there's still gonna be some that don't, but at least the majority of us will work together, and it's less of a chance for us to lose that measure, because that's what happened the last time. There was so much rumors, so many things being said that were not accurate, and people fell for it. And this way, if we have everybody engaged and everybody informed, how are you going to be manipulated with any information that's being said outside if we're all being presented with the same information at the same time, with both sides, both boards? So I know that it's gonna take a little bit of our effort to work together, because I know sometimes it's not, this is a very challenging measure, and it's not easy, but I'm positive we can get there. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I know we have Andy, I believe Andy, if you have anything to share. Or Lynn?
So real quick, just to be
No,
clear.
we're not there yet.
What exactly are we
Okay,
voting on?
this is why I will bring it to the board when it's time to bring it to the board. I'm not there right now. So Lynn, go ahead.
Lynn Ashbeck, Clovis City Council, Vice Chair of FCTA, and privileged really to work through this slog, because it's really important work. So I just want to make a couple of points tonight, and I think you'll certainly get the question about what you're being asked to do. So the staff report really summarizes the key points and the framework that we're talking about, and the key word in that sentence is framework. We don't have any particular details, so we're trying to get a broad level, high level agreement on how to move forward. The request for you tonight is to direct COG staff to continue the work and bring you back a final plan in June. That's the ask. So there you go. If there are specific questions that come up tonight, we're gonna just note them, and we'll tuck them away, and we'll take them back to our, I don't know what it's like, a bargaining unit, or our kind of team that's working this through, and get them all addressed as best we can. But I want to share kind of personal perspectives on this measure, if I might. I worked on lost track of the years, but the first measure, not the first measure in '86, whatever the next measure was, and the last measure. So I have a lot of, I guess that just means I'm old and I have a lot of experience in FC, and it's really personal to me. Our region is better than two measures. We cannot accept that we can't figure this out. So I'm quite attached to that idea, and it really keeps me going. So let me tell you, there's 5 things we can agree on today. One is one measure is better than two. And one measure has a better chance of passing than two competing measures, likely both failing. Second, we agree that we have a draft framework to work from that needs more work. And you have that in front of you. There's a document that looks like this. That's kind of showing the parallel processes that are happening and how they can intersect. And the second page shows you kind of an intersection of what it might look like. Neither of these are the final document. It may be some variation that we bring back, and I know you are just seeing it at the moment. So again, this is not about you don't like the triangle on the second page. It's just conceptually, we're here and we're trying to get to here. So that's really what these documents are intended to do. The third is both processes being used by the COG and FCTA and Transmission for All are evidence-based public process models that work. They're not the same, but they have enough similarities that we think we can put them together, taking advantage of the strengths of each of them. Fourth, never lose sight that the leadership of the measure begins and ends with you, with elected officials here at FCTA, at the cities, at the county, with tons of community engagement along the way. And that's why the proposal of the joint COG FCTA meetings to talk just about Measure C and allow more public engagement is really important. Chair Beltran is right, that did not happen last time and it was hard. So that is a really essential element of the work. And I guess finally I'll just close with, did I say that one measure is better than two? And if I can, as one of you, it is, in my opinion, our obligation as elected officials to make that happen. Even if it's hard, even if I don't like you, even if you don't like me, it's our obligation to work with people and get this across the finish line. No one will get everything they want out of this measure, but if it fails, or when they both fail, everyone will lose out on 100% of what they could have had. So I think it's just our imperative as regional leaders to demonstrate that people who don't agree can work this out. So I urge the board to support the action. And I'll close with this. It occurred to me one night at 2 in the morning when I wake up thinking about Measure C. If we do it, if COG does it, $2 million. Transportation for all, T for all, they do their measure, $2 million. Somebody's gonna spend a couple million on a campaign. That's $6-7 million that we as a county are going to dispose of when both of them fail. And not a single, you just approve less money to save Russell School than we're going to waste if we can't get this figured out. So with that plea, I would urge the board to act on the direction that they have, demonstrate your consensus and support of that action, and we will be back in June with a final document, not a request for more time, kind of done with that, but we need 30 more days to get this worked out, and I really urge your support, and I appreciate you all. Thanks.
Thank you, Linda. Is there any other public comments before I bring it back to? Yes.
We will take a few more.
I'm gonna have the clock, sure.
In the efforts of respecting everybody's time, we'll take a few more public comments and then bring it back to the board, because last time I know we were here, we all understand of working together, and, you know,